Welcome to Senior Insights. My name is Cynthia, and today we are going to talk about what is your reason for getting up in the morning? The secret to living your dream might just be one word. Ikigai. Ikigai. I'll explain to you what Ikigai is. I gotta have a sip though. Remember, I am not an expert in anything. I am telling you some limited things, limited information that I researched. And who knows? You may find me wrong, and that's fine. Constructive criticism is always welcome. So, Ikigai is your reason for being. And you know how we've talked about this so many times. We call it different things. What is your purpose? What is whatever? So, Ikigai actually has like 4 questions for you to ask yourself as you're practicing this philosophy, I guess you'd call it maybe, or methodology. I don't know what you call it. But you ask yourself these questions. What do I love? What am I good at? What does the world need? And what can I be valued for? And that just might help you figure out what is your reason for getting up in the morning. I know that most of you get up in the morning to watch me and come and have coffee with me. But let's face it, that doesn't give you purpose. It gives me purpose. I'm recording this, in the evening because I have to, because if I don't, you won't have a video. But it was I can't say invented, but the history of it kind of originated in Okinawa in Japan. And those people in Okinawa are some of the oldest living humans. And they live well over 100 years. Of course, not everybody. But they don't retire. They just keep living their Ikigai. They live with pure joy and purpose. And who doesn't want that? It's never too late to figure out your purpose, even if you're 90, even if you're 105. Your purpose might be to drive your children crazy at 105, but maybe not. Maybe you could lead a prayer group. I don't know, just saying. So, the 4 elements, it's kind of repetitive what I'm going to say. What you love, joy, and passion. What are you good at? So let me see if I can see something about what you love. Examples. These are the examples. You have hobbies. Some of you have hobbies. Not everyone, because some of you don't have the motivation or the mental strength to continue with a hobby. I'm just telling you. Some other hobbies might be gardening. Some others might be painting, like I do my watercolors. Some people knit. Some people crochet. Some people, there's all kinds of things that provide some kind of joy and purpose to you. You just have to think about them. So you have to ask yourself that question. What do I love? Do you love to read? Do you love to knit? Do you love to cook? What is it that you love to do? What are you good at? So you have talents. You wouldn't have gotten to this age without talents. You know how to cook a meal. Some of you know, I mean, you don't have to love cooking a meal, but you know how to do it. Fixing things. You notice how my sound has been pretty good? I don't want to put a hex on myself, but have you noticed that the sound is good? Better. Less problems. I fixed it. I fixed it myself, and I feel proud about it. I feel good about it. I didn't have to wait for Dustin to come and not come. He goes through the computer and fixes it. Some people are good at storytelling. I was never good at storytelling. To me, storytelling is like making up things. Now, Debbie Sue is somebody that she has a purpose. She may not know it, but I think that that storytelling and that poem writing and the short stories that she does, that's a purpose. She needs to ask herself every morning, what do you love and what are you good at? What does the world need? Now, when I saw that, I said, the world needs way too much for me, little old me, to do anything about the world, but it's not true. Upon further investigation, you could be helping a neighbor. You know, this week I did a couple of videos. I haven't posted them yet. You know how I talk about my friend Gay and how I go over her house? She always waits on me, and she won't let me clean up, bring the dishes to the sink even. She won't let me do it. And she's quite a bit older than me. She's 83. I'm 77, so that's 6 years older than me. That's a significant amount of time. And she has quite a few ailments. I'm not telling anything out of school. Anyway, the other day, I was thinking about making some cooking videos ahead of time because I have a plan on when I'm going to do these cooking videos, and I'm not telling what the plan is. After a month, see if you can guess what my plan is with the cooking videos. Anyway, I called her up, and I said, Gay, how would you like to come over to my house for dinner? And she couldn't believe it because she thinks that I don't want her here, because I always go over her house. I never ask her over here. Some of the reasons that I don't ask her over here is because of my giant dog. And she greets people pretty, I don't want to say aggressively, but happily, which could knock Gay over, which she's a tiny little lady. And she's got arthritis. I thought I had broken bones, but we were comparing how many broken bones we had. But she said, I would love that. So she came over, and I didn't tell her that I was planning on filming her. In the cooking videos, I do tell you what I'm up to. So, I had her for dinner, and I gave her a really nice meal. I made some soup that that's going to be coming up pretty soon, the video. I made 2 kinds of soups, and I said, I'm going to tell her, you pick which kind of soup that you want, and then we will do a review of the soup and the meal. And so she was okay with that. And she says, oh, whatever. You know how people do that? Where do you want to go? Oh, I don't care. Well, what kind of soup do you want? I don't care. Well, how do I know what kind of soup she likes? They were carrot and they were beet soup. Now I've told you the secrets. She said, oh, I guess it'll be beet soup. So we had beet soup. We had a nice meal. I tried to make it special for her. So we had a little appetizer, some cheese and crackers, and then we had our soup, and we had rolls. Oh, and we had a salad. And then for ice cream, I gave her my special dessert. She was so happy. I never realized that she's been hurt because I don't bring her over. But anyway, the moral of the story is you can invite someone over to your house for tea. You can send them a present. You can send them a card. You can pick a daisy outside and put it on their doorstep. These are all to make the world a better place. You can provide some kind of service, some kind of connection with other people. Even if it's like on YouTube, even if it's like writing a letter, even if it's like calling them. I had a phone call from someone that I was very surprised. I'm not going to share with you who it was, but I really enjoyed talking to that person. And we talked for a long time, and it was a good thing. And I was happy that that person called me. So there are so many things that we can do to just provide. Well, we can volunteer. I'm not volunteering for anything. I've done my work. I don't want any schedule. I don't want anything, any commitments that I have to be there. YouTube is a big enough commitment for me. So, okay, enough about that. So what can you be valued for? I don't have anything of value. You can be valued for your gratitude. You can teach other people by your example, your gratitude. You can teach others what your purpose is. You can, even though we're still trying to figure it out, but you have things that you can do. One of my friends, she watches this channel, not as faithfully as she should either. I hope she hears this. But I think she's 84. She might even be 85. But she's a master knitter. And she knits very well. And she enjoys knitting. So she loves knitting. She's good at knitting. And what she has discovered is who doesn't need a warm blanket or a pair of socks or a hat or a scarf? Simple things that don't cost you much. And then you know what else she discovered she can be valued for? She was volunteering. No, she was volunteering at a yarn shop. And she was just helping people when they came in and they had maybe a problem with knitting and they had a question. She would work with them. Well, she has slowly built a circle of people that come back every week on the hours that she volunteers. And she just told me, I talked to her just a half hour ago, that she really feels good about being able to help these people. And she feels a connection. So those are some of the things that we can be valued for. Some of the things that we love. Some of the things that we're good at. Okay, blah, blah, blah. So it's really never too late to find inspiration. I was inspired to do something by listening to someone else on YouTube who verbalized that they read the Bible every day for a certain amount of time. And I don't know, some bell clicked, and I've been doing it ever since. That person is spreading connection and service and respect and gratitude. So anyway, It's never too late to find purpose. Your grandkids might forget what job you did, but they'll never forget your blueberry pancakes. My grandkids come here, they want blueberry pancakes. Now I have to stop this. I think I was telling you about my grandkids like blueberry pancakes. Well, you know what? Blueberry pancakes are easy for me to make. It's not like a Thanksgiving dinner. I can't stand making a Thanksgiving dinner. But I can make blueberry pancakes, and I can make it every time that they come over and they stay in the bunkhouse and come down to my house when they wake up. I can make them blueberry pancakes. And I do it. It's stress-free. Well, a little stressful. But they love it, and it's a tradition. They have come to expect it. And that makes me feel good that they have noticed something that I do. Blueberry pancakes. One of the kids comes and he doesn't like blueberries. Who doesn't like blueberries? So they'll remember the birthday cakes you made. They'll remember the hat you made for them. They'll remember the mittens. Maybe they thought they were weird when they got them, but they'll remember them. They'll talk about them. So finding your purpose and finding joy is your best anti-aging serum. Now, when I get sponsored by Revlon, I'll probably be promoting an aging serum. But you don't need an aging serum. All you need is a purpose, something to wake up in the morning. So, do you journal? Here we go again. She's going to talk about journaling, gratitude journaling, purpose journaling, happiness journaling. But if you do journal, ask yourself some of these questions. What lights me up? What excites me? What do people thank me for? That can tell you what one of your purposes is. What passion that I used to love that I just put aside? I put it aside because I got married and I had kids, and who can play the violin? Well, I don't think she liked playing the violin. That's Rebecca. I think she played the violin for a long time. So, Ikigai, wait a minute, I have to look it up. Ikigai. It's not like Amazon Prime. It takes a while. You have to practice it. You have to ask yourselves those questions every morning when you get up. What do I love? What am I good at? What does the world need? And what can I be valued for? You can be valued. You can. You don't have to do a YouTube channel. But I'll tell you, it has done wonders for me. And look at, I'm talking back to the anti-aging cream. Now, I have wrinkles and stuff. But you look back at some of my first videos, and you will see a tremendous difference in me. Don't unsubscribe because you watch them. So, life after 70, 80, 90 isn't winding down. It is opening up a whole new world for you. We should embrace it. We should enjoy it. We should love it. I can't say the word, and I keep putting the paper. Ikigai. Your Ikigai is your dream life. What is your Ikigai? Tell us in the comments. Tell us what your Ikigai is. Would you please? You don't have to journal. But you have to have more of a purpose than waking up to watch me or come to coffee with all of our friends. Well, in a way, that's a purpose. You know why? Because the people that are coming, that are commenting, are supporting and communicating and connecting with other people. So that's a purpose. That just came to me in a flash. I will see you tomorrow. Come again. Bye.